done PHP earlier, you have these tags in which you can write your PHP script. HTML code, PHP script is embedded into an HTML file. It is executed and the whole entire HTML file is then returned to the caller or the client side. So Razor pages are very much like PHP pages, and let me, if you are not very aware of the story, let me start with the most basic thing that you should be aware of. Okay. So this is a browser. This is a browser where he types your address and the request goes to an ASP.NET Core server. And there your application is running. He has asked for some file from your server. If the file asked is a static file, if it is an HTML file, then the server can return that file simply and that file is displayed, no processing required. But sometimes a processing is required. For example, he might ask you simply the current time, a file that displays the current time on the server, current time. In that case, obviously you cannot have a static file. Your file, whatever file you have on your server, it must calculate or obtain the current time from the system using C# code or whatever it does, and then insert that current time into that place and then return the final HTML to you. Your browser understands HTML only. The file that will send you the processed output is called a Razor page. That is called a Razor page. So let me write a brief structure of a Razor page. Suppose this is a Razor page called index.cshtml. A Razor page has an extension CSHTML. We call it C#HTML. You can obviously understand that it is neither a C# file nor an HTML file. It is a combination. So a Razor page will start with a directive called @page. This is a compulsory directive. This directive must be present because this directive, it gives this page a name called Razor page. The processing is done. This is the, we'll call the header of this. We'll call the signature of a page, @page. So after this @page, you can write a few more directives. But in the simplest form, let us say if this page has to return the current time, then we can write an h1 tag. Now this is a pure HTML tag, and close it also. And inside this HTML tag, we can write current time is equal to, let us say. Now how do we put that current time into this one? For that, here we will write a Razor syntax. Razor syntax, just like you have that PHP syntax. If you have done PHP, you have that PHP syntax. Here there is a Razor syntax which is simpler than a PHP syntax. Razor syntax requires that you start with a sign called @. @sign, this signifies the start of program. Just a simple statement will do here. @date time dot now. So if I write current time is equal to @date time dot now and just simply leave it here. Now when your remote client asks your index page, he will type something like https or whatever /abc.com/. Now he is asking your index page. On your server we have a file index.cshtml. So when this name is encountered by when the ASP.NET Core server or the system, it sees that an index file is required, then it will go to the index.cshtml file. This file obviously has to be placed at a special location that we'll forget right now. Your server will look for a file called index.cshtml and will find that there is an 8-page directive. Then it will think that this is a razor page and it gets ready to implement these tags, to interpret these tags. So h1 is there, current time is there, then it will run the C# code and this will fit the current time whatever. So what is sent to the client is an HTML format, h1 current time is 24 whatever it is. So this is very briefly about a razor page. Razor page has a lot many things that it can do for you. For example, you must have seen your college websites. In college websites, a student enters some roll number and then